friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today I'm going to be doing a 3-Looks-1 palette on the new Melt Cosmetics She's in Parties palette. I knew I was going to be doing a 3-Looks-1 palette with this. I did buy this myself. It was my birthday present to myself. Today's actually my birthday, the 2nd. So of course I knew I was going to do a 3-Looks-1 palette. I was so excited to buy this and play with it. I think it's really pretty. I really love these purpley tones. It's very dark and dramatic. It's so lovely. I really like this. I already own the Melt Gemini palette and the Muerte, and I love both of them so much. I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on the different palettes, saying there's a variation in formula, everything's not always consistent. So far, this feels on par with my Gemini and my Muerte. I had no problems with the mattes. The shimmers look beautiful. I had fun creating looks with this, and I'm excited to share them with you. I did already do a first impressions with this palette, in case you missed that, where I did some swatches. I just obviously did my first impressions, so check that out if you want an additional look. I'll also probably at some point do an IGTV video with this, so you'll get an extra look as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. I really like Melt Cosmetics from what I've used, and I'm just really glad I got this palette. Okay, so let's go ahead, hop into the video itself, create some looks. I tried to do very different things for each of these looks, and I hope you like them. And then at the end of the video, I will give you my final thoughts, pros, cons, all that good stuff. Let's just hop to it. Hello, how's it going? I'm excited to do look number 1. I'm just giddy to play with this palette, truly. All right, let's hop into it. I'm actually gonna use my KVD Vegan Beauty Shake Primer. So far, I've had decent luck with this, and I had good luck with the palette with my regular primer, so I figured let's just go ahead and try it. With this product, 1 drop is supposed to do both eyes, so that's what I've been doing, and it seems to be working out good so far. I still don't think this is gonna replace my Smashbox primer by any means, but I am very intrigued by it, and I think it's a very interesting primer. And I just want to play with it more, just to get a better feel of it, you know? And if I decide I don't like this primer with this palette, I will just switch it up for looks 2 and 3. So for this look, I want to just do something very sultry, smoky, no cut crease, no nothing like that. I just want depth, smokiness, you know? I'm gonna start with Total Immortal, and I just want to use that to kind of swirl in my outer area. I'm just gonna use this Kaleidos brush. It's the S2. It's a big fat blending brush. And I do want a little bit of a winged out shape with this, but really I just want this very blown out, very smoky, grungy, the definition of my makeup style. How are you guys doing? What are you up to? We didn't really do much today, just kind of hung around, lazy, played video games, and now I am here. It's like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock p.m. I'm only wearing this for you guys, so congratulations. I pretty much only do makeup for you guys now. I just don't wear makeup at work, and there's nothing to do in real life right now, so. All right, so we have a good base going so far. Let's just move forward. I'm gonna take the She's in Party shade. I really wanna use that color. It's beautiful. I'm gonna use this dual-ended Luxie brush. It's the number 249. I am still gonna use my NYX Glitter Primer just because I use it with every shimmer ever. That will never change. And again, I'm not doing any cut creasy action. I just want this to be very smoky. So I'm just patting this across the lid, not doing any kind of cut or anything like that. I'm gonna dip right into that shade with the same brush, that sticky side. And we are just gonna press this bad boy across the lid. Ugh. It's so pretty, oh my goodness. Ooh, I love it, I love it. It's so, so lovely. It's just so creamy feeling on the lid. I love it. I know that a lot of people say there's a lot of like different formula action going on with Melt's palettes and they're not all consistent. But out of my 3 so far, I just absolutely love them. I can't imagine a Melt palette not having this formula. Mean Streak. I'm going to take this matte right here. I'm going to take the blending side of this brush, just a tiny bit. This is a very, very pigmented shadow. Tap it off. And I want to use that mostly in the outer corner. And I want to just really fluff it and give it that more winged out shape. That cat eye or fox eye, as people are saying now. It like cracks me up that it's like the fox eye trend, because like for me it really doesn't seem that much different than like the cat eye trend. It's just funny how our terminology changes. Again, I'm just going in slowly. I'm using very little pressure. I'm holding the end of my brush so that I have a lighter hand. And I'm just gonna be blending. Just kind of taking it along the edge of that shimmer as well, just so it can blend and flow nicely. So far so good. Look how pretty this is, and it's just so simple. I'm going to take that first blending brush, and just go at the edges. So soft and pretty. I love that lid color so much. I do feel like I need to add a little more depth, so I'm taking that darker matte again with that blending brush side of that Lexi brush just to add a little more depth through the crease. Felt like it was a little lacking, so just going back in for a second round. I really want to make sure to blow out and grungify this inner corner because I think that really adds a lot of, I don't know, grunge and interest. How many times have I said grunge so far? Probably at least a million. Very cute. I want to now just take any pencil brush. This is a Spectrum A12, and I'm going to take more of that shimmer She's in Parties. And I want to pop that down here on the lower lash line. I really like a shimmer on the lower lash line, especially with really smoky looks like this, just to kind of mimic the lid. I think it's really, really beautiful. Again, I'm going to take that blending brush side of that Lexi brush just to really go at it and just make sure it's nice and smoky. We don't want harsh lines with this look. This is so pretty and it's been so simple. Ooh, I like it. Okay, for my inner corner, I think I'm gonna mix Strange Love and Skeleton Kiss. I think that might be a cool little combo for the inner corner. Just gonna kind of dibble dabble in between with both. This is just a little pencil brush from Kaleidos. It doesn't really matter what you use, just something small to get up in there. Oh, I like that a lot. I think that adds just, I think that's just the perfect inner corner color. Ooh, okay. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna recreate this on the other eye, throw on lashes, lips, liner, all that good stuff, and I'll be back when I'm done. Hello, look number one. I think it's really pretty. I know I suddenly have winged eyeliner on. I didn't mean for it to happen. It just sort of happened. My hand was doing its thing, and before I knew it, I threw on wings. They're a bit smaller than I normally go for, but I know these are still like huge wings. I really like the wing addition with this look though, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think I prefer it with the wings, but it was still really pretty without them. But I know a lot of you are probably gonna be mad that I threw wings on, but I like it. I think it's cute. The eye pencil I went with is Burnt Sienna from NYX. My lashes are still Alter Ego from Bold Face Makeup. They're just so fluttery and pretty. I get the most compliments on these lashes than any other lashes I've ever worn, I swear. And on my lips, I went with an old favorite, Mondays from Dose of Colors. I think it complements this eye look perfectly. You'll have to let me know what you think though. Okay, I'm gonna go film another video. Let's just move on to look number two. Hello, how's it going? Look number two. I can't get my lights to work today. I know I had a light malfunction a couple videos ago. I ordered new lights literally the second because I'm tired of fighting with them. So look number two might feel a little dark. If I can't make them work for look number three, that may also be a little dark, but that's okay. It's not horrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. Let's just hop right into it. I'm gonna use that KVD Vegan Beauty Primer again, just because I had decent luck with it with look number one. So let's just keep it going. I'm still very intrigued by this primer. So we're gonna keep rolling with it. How are you guys? It's July 6th today. My birthday's tomorrow. That'll have already passed by the time this video goes up, but yeah. Zane and I are just relaxing today. We're gonna play some video games. We did our first Twitch stream last night. Literally only his one friend watched, so it wasn't like a big deal, but it was really fun. Just playing video games, chilling. I don't know, it was really fun. So we might do that again today. I will leave Zane's Twitch in my description box. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll have it down below. He doesn't stream often, he wants to, and I want to be a guest often, so maybe that'll be a fun thing we can all enjoy. All right, my primer got a little tacky, so let's just hop into it. I'm gonna start with the Last Caress shade. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy with this look. One of the main comments I saw in my first impressions was you were worried that this palette would only feel dark, so I really want to try to do a light look and see what we can get out of it. I'm just using this angled brush. It's from BH Cosmetics. It's a B04. And I'm just going to create a little bit of just a soft, like V shape in my outer corner, just to create a little bit of definition. But again, nothing too crazy. If anything, I'm mostly just trying to mimic a shadow. I'm not even gonna really take this too much on my lower lash line. I want my lower lash to stay a little blank. I feel like sometimes leaving your lower lash a little bit blank kind of just gives more of that light, fresh appearance rather than covering it with shadow, which you guys know I like to blow out my lower lash line all the time, but just to give it a little bit of a different feel. That's pretty much all I want to do with that shade. I'm now gonna take Total Immortal, this light matte. I'm going to take that on my Colourpop E2 big fluffy brush and focusing it mostly out here. I'm holding the end of my brush so that I have lighter pressure. I'm just going to start swirling and blending that in this outer area. Once this portion gets pretty blended, I'll start kind of taking it through the rest of my crease where not as much shadow will go, because I really just want this to be light and airy. Say it with me. Light and airy. Oh, goodness gracious. And I'm pretty much just going to blend until I feel like I can't blend anymore, and then I'm just going to keep going. Just to give it a very soft effect. I want it to almost just look like a shadow, not so much eyeshadow. I want it to look like a shadow that's meant to be there. So for the lid portion, I want Strange Love to be this outer half, and I want Skeleton Kiss to be the inner half. I think those two shimmers will play really nicely right next to each other. They're obviously the only two light shimmers in the palette. If I picked anything else, it would be dark. So that's what we're going to play with, and I want to play with both just to add some interest. I could, of course, do that just lighter one by itself. That would be the lightest option, but I still want this look to be a little fun. I want it to be, I don't know, interesting. You feel me? I'm still, of course, going to take my NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to use a fluffy shadow brush. This is a Colourpop E1. I don't want anything too dense necessarily. I'm just kind of slapping that shadow on there. It's not going to be a cut crease or anything too serious. I just want it to be blended and fluffed around. I'm just lightly kind of patting this glitter primer all over. I'm going to start with Strange Love and just dip right into that with that same brush, the sticky side. And I'm going to just press that in the outer, yeah, like the whole outer half. I was going to say outer third, but I think the outer half will do just fine. Kind of, sort of, something like that. I'm going to flip the brush over and take Skeleton Kiss, that lighter shade, and he is going to get married right next to it in the front half. Oh, look how pretty that shade is. I love it. I love the pink shift through it. It's so cute. Now I'm just going to kind of go back and forth between both sides of that brush just so they can marry and meet. And I'll take that fluffy brush from before just to help blend and smudge everything out. I'm going to take this little pencil brush and pick up Skeleton Kiss again just to highlight my inner corner with. I really, really like this shade in the inner corner. It's very pretty. And this is the point where I kind of want to leave it. It's really airy, it's pretty, it still has those tones that this palette pulls, of course, but it's a lot more airy and just lights. So I'm going to recreate it on the other eye, throw on lashes, lips, liner, all that good stuff, and I'll be back when the look is complete. Hi, hello, welcome back. This is the end of look number 2. I think it came out so pretty. It's very light, it's very soft. I like that it still has that very prominent, like grungy mauve kind of feel, but make it light. I think it came out really good. It's really pretty. Obviously you can't do like unlimited light colored looks in my opinion with this palette. It's definitely going to steer more dark, but you can pull something light out of it if you utilize that first little section of the palette. The eye pencil I went with is Jewel from NYX, my lashes. Let's talk about my lashes. So I actually kind of wanted to embrace the vibe of just mascara. However, my lashes don't look good with just mascara. They always look ugly. So I pulled out one of my smaller pairs of Alter Ego lashes. This style is Posh, and I actually love them. What a complete shock, because I'm pretty much only into big lashes, but these look really cute. This is like what I would love my natural lashes to look like. And I'm not asking for much. I just want like a little bit of curl and for them to look not ugly. I think this looks really pretty, and I think it suits this look nicely. I really wanted something softer with the lashes because yeah, I could have thrown on giant lashes and it would have been really cute, but it would have really taken away from that soft effect. So I went with a really small pair, and I like it because I feel like to the unknown person, you might just assume these are my natural lashes, and that is a goal in itself, so very nice. My lip product I went with is one of the Luxe glosses from Colourpop. This is in the shade Figgy With It. I like it. It goes with this color vibe nicely, so yeah, that's this. Very simple, but it's really pretty. I'm going to be content wearing this all day. So yeah, I'm going to go film another video. Let's move on to look number 3 now. Hi, hello. I managed to get my lights to work today because I still don't have my new ones yet, but I got them to work today, so hopefully this look will stay this lighting. We will see. I want to do a big giant wing for this video. That's really the look I'm feeling. Today's actually my birthday. 7'7". Hello, I'm now 26. I wasn't even gonna film today, but I want to look cute, and Zane and I kind of want to stream again on Twitch, so that's what we're gonna do, and so I'm gonna do what I want to do. It's my birthday. I'm gonna take the Shake Primer again, just so I can have primed lids and lay down a shadow just as a base color. I also really like doing this eyeshadow technique when I want to just really showcase shimmers. And the shimmers are definitely the star of the show in this palette. They're so incredibly pretty, so I want to use them as much as possible. Also, I'm pretty sure I wore a black tank top for all three of these looks. I have a lot of black tank tops. It's just one of my go-tos. I'm going to take Total Immortal, that lightest matte, and I'm just going to take that Colourpop E2 brush, just a big fluffy brush, and I just want to dust this around. Nothing too crazy, just enough to have like a little bit of a background shadow to peek behind my giant exaggerated wing. All right, got both eyes ready to go. Let's create a big wing. I'm gonna use my Illamasqua Precision Gel Liner. I really, really like this. I think it's really nice. It works really great for wings, and it also just works really great for doing these giant wings. I'm just gonna take this little e.l.f. concealer brush. It's really precise, and it makes it easy to do stuff like this. Just gonna draw a quick line across the lid and look up so it can transfer just a tiny bit so I can see where my eye likes to transfer personally. This is one of those eyeshadow techniques that's very much like a trial and error type thing. You have to just kind of figure out what works best for your eye shape. And yeah, you just gotta roll with it. I'm gonna start drawing that wing portion out here and then just connect it down and across. It's really hard for me to talk while I do this. I've also noticed I feel like you guys are warming up to this eyeshadow placement. The majority of you guys definitely did not used to like when I did these giant wings, but I don't know, I feel like I'm noticing a switch and you guys don't seem to mind it as much anymore. And of course you can do a big eyeshadow wing without the black base. I just feel like the black base adds a really cool background for your shadows. It can create a different kind of look with the shimmers. I don't know, I just really like it. And it also allows me to create that precise shape that I want before I go in with shadow. All right, here we are to start with, looking crazy. I am gonna go in with my NYX glitter primer just because this is a gel liner. It doesn't necessarily stay tacky. So I still want a little bit of that tacky, sticky base just so that my shimmers can really pop and do the most. I'm just taking a flat brush for this. This one is from Spectrum. Any flat brush will do you good. That's just what I like to use when I'm doing precise cut creasy style stuff. I am, however, going to start with an angled brush just so I can really get the tail. I basically want this Lost Control shade to be the outer half, and I want the shade Strange Love to be the inner half, and then when they meet together it'll create kind of an in-between shade. So I'm going to take Lost Control for now on that angled brush just so I can really get in there and fill in the tail portion. Very precise. I'm not picking up a ton of product at a time just so it can stay nice and clean. And it's already not. I need a thinner brush. I had a feeling that one might be a little too thick. I'm going to take this lip brush, totally different shape, but this will help me get a little more precision. All right, I'm going to take that flat brush I had with the glitter primer and take more of that Lost Control shade just to start packing on the rest of this shape now that the tail is filled in. I've already gotten a bunch of birthday wishes. Thank you guys so much. You're the sweetest ever for reaching out and just saying happy birthday. It's so sweet. The day's been good. It's been pretty lazy. I did some editing, got some videos scheduled, working, did some scheduling for the salon. It just feels like a normal day for the most part, but it is nice that you guys have been sweet to me. All right, I'm gonna flip that brush over and take Strange Love, that beautiful light shade. And that is gonna go on the remaining portion. Just trying to stay really close to that edge and filling it in. It looks like I'm having to dip in a lot, and I am, but that's simply just because I'm taking it slow. I don't wanna have too much product where I'm gonna get fallout or go too much out of the line. I really do want this to stay as precise as possible. And I'm just kind of going back and forth now between both sides of my brush just to help fade them together. Just gonna take a little powder brush now because I might have gotten a little bit of fallout Oh, this is looking so cute. Okay, so now I want to take Mean Streak, this darker matte down here. I'm just going to take a flat brush. This is from e.l.f. It's part of the J Kissa collab. It's the J6. Sorry if you can hear my chair squeaky. I don't know why it's so squeaky all of a sudden. I'll have to have Zane help me look at that later. I'm just dragging a little of this dark matte just right against the outer third of my lower lash line. Just sort of something like that. Now I'm going to take that fluffy brush I had earlier to lay down that matte all over the lid. Just going to use that to smoke it out so it's nice and smudgy. And now for my inner corner, I'm going to take Skeleton Kiss again like I've been using this whole video. I just think it's really, really cute. Thought about popping this one on the lid, but then I decided not to, just because I really wanted those two shadows to speak for themselves. I wanted something just very dark and dramatic. And I think that's what we got with this. Oh, I love it! Okay, I'm gonna recreate it. Lashes, lips, liner, all that good stuff, and I'll be back when I'm done. All right, look number 1. You might hear the rain. It is suddenly downpouring outside. It rains every year on my birthday, never fails. I really like this look. This might be my favorite out of the 3 I've done for this video. I just love these giant wings, and I really like seeing how these shimmers look and how they play. It's really pretty. I like this one a lot. The eye pencil I went with is Blackberry from NYX. This pencil in particular is like perfect for this palette. Lashes are Bold Face Makeup Alter Ego, and on my lips I went with Locket from Sugar Pill. Just wanted to play with more purpley based tones for the lips, something a little monochromatic. I like it. I feel spooky and cute. By the way, my best friend Mackenzie got me these earrings for my birthday. They got in the mail and I just got to open them for my birthday. They're from the brand Spooky Doodle Club on Etsy. I want to buy so much of their stuff now. It's so cute. Okay, this is the final look. I'm gonna zoom out and we will chat some more about my final thoughts on this palette. All right, hello, I'm back. Which look was your favorite? Mine for sure is this look. The first look was also really pretty. The second look was cute, but it wasn't like my #1 favorite look ever. I mostly did it just because a few of you expressed concern about doing more light looks. I did feel cute in that look, but it wasn't like my #1 favorite look or anything like that. I really had fun with this palette, guys. I know you know that just based on watching me. I had nothing but excitement this whole video. It's definitely more shimmer heavy. I either prefer a direct half and half or at least like more mattes to shimmers. This one's definitely 3 mattes, 5 shimmers. It's not my perfect ratio, but it's also not horrible. I feel like the mattes that they picked, they did a good job picking them. There's a dark, a light, and a mid-tone, so you can do pretty much whatever you need to do with the mattes. Everything you do in this palette is going to be plummy, purple-based. That's just how it is if you don't like these colors. Don't get this palette, obviously. I didn't have any trouble with the mattes. I felt like everything blended out nicely. I was able to deepen things up. I was able to blend things out. They performed like the mattes that I know and love from Melt Cosmetics, so I had no issues there. The shimmers, I also don't have any issues. I think they're all pretty. I think they're all different enough, which I like. Sometimes in palettes like this, everything starts to look kind of the same, but I feel like there is enough variety in this that makes me really happy. I really like all these shimmers. I don't have any negatives either. I really don't. I think they're all beautiful. They pack such a punch and they're so beautiful on the eyes. I really like these colors specifically with my eye color. I think it makes them look so bright and pretty. I don't have any complaints, guys. I'm really glad I got this for myself. This was a great birthday present. I really like it. I actually prefer this size of the Melt palettes versus the Gemini and Muerte, which have, I think, like 10 shadows versus the 8, maybe even 12. I like this better, and the price point's also a little better. I believe this is 48, whereas the other ones are like 58. This is definitely more my game. I would prefer if they came out with more of this size palette. I'm happy with what's inside. I'm totally gonna keep using it. I'm happy. I'll never sit here and say you need to buy something or if it's worth it or not, because what's worth it to me might not be worth it to you. I don't ever want to tell you how to spend your money, but if you've been considering this palette, I personally don't find any problems with it. I've had fun with it and I'm gonna continue having fun with it. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I really hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, I guess leave them down below. What do you think of this palette? Did you end up picking it up? Do you want it? Are you gonna pass? I would love to hear your thoughts. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a spooky emoji, whatever that means to you. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's Beauty and follow me there. I post every single day. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Please check the link in my bio for resources on ways you can help with Black Lives Matter. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.